All right, so now when we think about our pressing, our shoulders are on a bench, okay? Now, as you go into heavy and heavier weights and you start using something like a bench, we want to learn how to lock those stabilizers in, and we're actually going to focus our movement a lot more into the arm, the tricep, into the shoulder here as stable. Back here is stable, there's way less movement, and that's actually going to give you a really strong foundation for these heavy presses. Now, when it comes to health and functionality of the joint, we really want to emphasize things like the push-ups and the band presses that we already did, because that's going to really keep that pattern improving. And even if you're somebody who does a lot of bench press and dumbbell pressing, you still want to make sure that there's a lot of that type of pressing there so that you don't lose the function and ability of the shoulder, okay? But as you get stronger, here's what these are going to look like, okay? Instead of allowing that movement to happen, we're actually going to teach you how to lock them down and back. So if you imagine doing your row, your elbows are driving down and back, my shoulder blades are now pulled back together and tight. The trick is I'm actually going to keep that position. And my press, as we talked about the elbow being the thing in charge, it's all going to be about extending through the elbow, but you see I'm going to keep my shoulder blades back together, okay? So when I lay down into the bench, I'm going to show you both versions, and you'll see how they're going to look different. And when you do this, you're going to see how much more strength and stability you have if you lock it in, okay? So if we don't lock it in, we're going to see a lot of movement of the shoulders and chest rising, and then the shoulders and chest dumping, okay? Again, this is perfectly fine with light weights or from a functional standpoint, but if we really want to be moving some heavy weights, we're going to pull our shoulders back together, tuck them down into our back pockets, and that's going to lift that chest. We're going to keep that there, and we're going to imagine pulling those weights down so our back stays tight, and as we press, we're going to extend the elbows, but we're going to keep those shoulders back together. You can see how that shortens up the movement, but it's actually going to, again, build you a lot of strength in your back. It's going to teach you how to move heavy weights when you need to so that you can protect your shoulder, right? Just make sure to supplement it with things like push-ups and or presses on stability balls that allow the shoulders to move a lot more freely to keep your shoulders feeling healthy and strong.